Going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the WCT7 French Qualifier. We got our first match starting up right now. My name is Walt Bransma, and I am joined by the legendary Amos Rendau. Amos, we got a few minutes. How you doing?
Feeling good today, man. Yeah, good question to chat. Hey, how are our mic levels doing? Let us know in chat. Great to be with you again, Walt. This is our second event in a week. That last one was fun.
Yeah, I know. It's nonstop chase tag action, and I wouldn't want it any other way. You see it on the bottom of our screens, folks. We got Kase versus Wildcats coming up for our first match of the day. There's a lot of matches to be had, so if you're missing a couple, don't worry about it too yet. But we will have plenty of chase tag to be able to watch. I think Wildcats is like a newer team, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that does not sound familiar to me. Also in chat, someone was asking whether or not Emil is playing for Kess and Case, and that is true. Emil will be playing for Case today. All right, looks like we're getting started already. Got to get my
Okay,
chia
yeah.
seeds here.
I think we got Cedric in the chat as well. The sound of parkour. Shout outs. We got to watch him compete last weekend as well at the asphalt chase off, but he's saying that our mics sound good. Chase
All
tag's
right.
looking good. We're going to get ready to go in just a second with chase number one right here.
This is
Wildcats
Sasha
to
chasing.
evade. All right.
Oh,
And
easy
that was a quick
money.
pickup right there. Yeah, I think the timer was at about 7 seconds. It wasn't quite a spike, but yeah, Sasha is so
I,
efficient already.
my mistake. I couldn't see. That looks like Mathieu
Okay.
Gaston. Yeah, he's a veteran. He plays for Kimio. Um, but we're gonna see him. It looks like on case today.
Yeah, and we have seen Case make a bit of a case for themselves in terms of just some very solid performances over the last few chase-offs that they've participated at. So I'm pretty interested in seeing how they stack up against like a newer team, like we said, not too familiar with the Wildcats. It looks like they're just going to Benny Hill around the ridge and just cut across the diagonal so far. Only a couple seconds left right here, and yeah, we're going to see our first point picked up on the side of Case.
Jog in the park for Mathieu. Actually, you know what? A walk in the park.
Mm,
Last week we saw this with newer teams. One of the classic chaser mistakes is chasers will go around the obstacles, and that's the evader's favorite thing. So Mattia just kept a close eye and kept his jog going.
absolutely. Let's see. This is an interesting start. Optioning over at to the loading bay. Yeah, I would imagine you just go
Mm.
straight to the ridge from there. Nice little juke back and forth. This pace has certainly been a little bit faster than the previous
Oh,
chase as well. Caught at the heels. We got a little bit of a blurry angle right here. We can still see the chase goes on. A few seconds left to go. And I think just a little bit too slow is Wildcats navigating through those obstacles. That was plenty of time to just idle by the tilted cube for a second point.
yeah. At least Wildcats put some heat on him that time, made him work for it. And then also that start you were saying, yeah. Usually when you see someone start at the bay, it feels like a taunt, right? But in this case, Matteo is using a false starting position just to maybe get in the head of the chaser before he went to the ridge. Classic move.
Okay, we'll see if Mateo can keep this one going. Already a 2-0 lead right here. Looking to step onto the ridge. But yeah, again, for a newer team, we said this the other day, the dive through was just barely not enough. But this ridge is such a
No.
problematic obstacle for so many of these athletes. Yeah, you just see the Benny Hill once
No.
again. Very,
Oh
very
my
tough,
god.
but finally gets picked up right there. Case gets stopped at 2 points. But yeah, I mean, look at this replay here, Amos.
Matthias just toying with him. I think he Benny hilled the ridge like 3 times. But I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get off the quad, give warm up the rest of his players on his team.
Makes sense. Lots of time on the board right here. And again, yeah, I point to Wildcats playing from behind right now as the team that probably needs to explore the quad a little bit, right? Get a little bit of their bearings on these obstacles and whatnot. We've said it time and time again. The ridge is a very difficult obstacle to navigate. Tilted cube start as well. Kind of signals to me that this might be a little bit of a newer team, a little bit less comfortable starting so close at the ridge.
Yep, just like the first one with Mattia, quick sting at the cube. Essentially, he's crawling up into that tiger position. You see him on the bars there, and he's just trying to guard that closed side towards the mountain. And as soon as Evader's scared out during the open side, it allows him to just drop down for an easy tag. Let's see what he can do starting from the ridge.
Yeah, and once again, how you creep through. Solid movement was pretty good, but we do slow down over by the loading bay, so just jockeying for position once again. Picking up the pace a little bit around the perimeter, but I mean, no angle has been cut off quite yet. It's just dragging at the heels of Kase so far. This is looking like a third point, and it is.
It is. You can see with these experienced players the level in quad IQ. It allows him making these good decisions with good timing, departing from obstacles. We call that your tripwires, the timing and direction you leave. With good decisions like that, it can just nullify another team's speed if they don't have that same quad IQ. So some of these vet players are showing us how to do it.
All right, let's get back into it once again. Just kind of daintily strolling across the center for just a second here. Yeah, and once again, we just option back over towards the ridge. Doesn't want a hard commit and instead just wraps around. That wasted a lot of time off the clock. And Kase is going to extend this lead to 4 points now.
Oh man, Case is just giving a brutal welcome to the French league for this new team. But everybody's got to start somewhere. I'm sure they're gonna rewatch this video and start polishing up some of their quad IQ and skills. Let's see if he can grab a hat trick. I guess Matteo only put 2 points on the board.
All right. And this is a slowdown I imagine to see if you start picking up the pace. You want to just spend a couple seconds off the clock, just navigating over towards the tilted cube. A little bit wrapped up over by the lazy boy, just not wanting to slide underneath right there. And that's a pretty unfortunate trip as well. I think that's going to amount to another point. Looking very, very much like it.
Oh, desperate belly flop over there, lazy boy. Almost got him though. Yeah, and this is a great example. When you have that quad IQ, you're making the right decisions, you're getting the tripwires. It allows you to just jog it out and be playful. I don't think we've seen him hit full speed yet.
Okay, let's see. Can they stop the bleeding right here? I think after this chase, it will actually promote, or within the next chase or two, we will be going to just match point from there. Especially if Kase is able to just find one right here. They finally do catch one on the ankle. I do like that slide underneath the sisters right there. A little bit clipping at the heels, but still gets there nonetheless.
Yeah, great movement on all fours here. Quadrupedal movement, which produced the opportunity. Well done by the newcomers.
Okay, and just like that, a tall order for our first match of the day. Wildcats has one shot right here before match point begins. So if they can get one here, great. If not, then they have to get 5 in a row, assuming that they get the tag next.
Just runs him down, playing with his prey. That's team captain Cedric on the quad now, who got that quick tag. Let's see what he opts for a start position. Oh, this is a strange start position. I don't know if I've seen anybody start there. Often people start up on the mountain table, like Matthew from Hollywood or Naeem, plenty of other people. But this is kind of a strange. I wonder what the purpose is behind it for Cedric.
Yeah, the closest thing I can think of is the I called it the Captain Jack start from Naeem, where he just put 1 foot up underneath the mountain and just waited for them to just run straight down the middle to catch up to him. But looks like it's working out for him so far. Again, Innovation does win right here. So a couple seconds left to go. And it looks like there's plenty of space, plenty of real estate. Going to see the green lights flash right there, although it was a little bit blurry at the end. And Kase is going to pack it up 6-0.
Easy done. And yeah, when Naeem does that start, we call it Captain Morgan. So
okay.